Last night, the Tigers returned to Fluor Field in Greenville to face off against the Furman Paladins. Over the weekend, we took the series from Louisville, winning the first 2 of a 3-game series. With last night's victory over Furman, we improved to 19-6. A Catholic priest from Poland was reprimanded when he called Pope Francis a foreign body. He implied the Pope should pass away soon if his views on non-Christians and refugees don't change. The priest stated, "I can always ask God for a happy death for him because a happy death is a great grace." Wes Anderson is back with another stop-motion animation, but this time the main focus will be on man's best friend. In his new film, Isle of Dogs, it portrays the message of animal rights and environmental change. Isle of Dogs came out this past Friday and is now in theaters. Rich Grimm was named the new vice president of North Greenville University. He will begin this new position June 1st of this year. Grimm states, "We are grateful to President Fant for the invitation to join his administration." Over the weekend, rowing hosted the Carolina Cup, where Duke and the University of North Carolina came out for some early morning racing on the water. Unfortunately, Clemson came up short and placed 3rd, but Coach Stephen Wong is changing things up in practice and hopes to improve for a great outcome in this week's match in Tennessee. Just securing 2 bye games in the ACC tournament, the Tigers defeated Boston College Thursday night with a score of 90-82. We'd go on to fall to the nation's top team and ACC champion Virginia with a score of 64-58. March Madness is upon us, and after 7 years, Clemson will be returning to the Big Dance. Coming in as a number 5 seed in the Midwest region, we will play New Mexico State on Friday night in San Diego, California. Start time is set for 9:57 p.m. Eastern and will be available to watch on True TV. It's the holiday season and many people are traveling all around the world, and so is Tim Tebow, as he's not just making airlines, he's making headlines too, as he felt like he was called by God in order to speak to numerous people in the Atlanta airport. With basketball making it into the Sweet 16 following football's playoff appearance and baseball's playoff run last spring, Clemson is the only school in the nation that can say they have competed for top honors in the 3 major college sports over the past year. The Tigers dominated in the round of 32 in their game against Auburn. With a lead as high as 41 and a final score of 84-53, that win was the largest margin of victory over a top 25 team in our program's history and led the Tigers into the Sweet 16 for the first time since 1997. Sadly, the Tigers' luck ran out when they faced a number 1 seed Kansas Friday night. Trailing by as much as 20 at several points throughout the second half, the guys pulled to within 4 points and ultimately fell to the Jayhawks 80-76. Gabe DeVoe showed out in his last game as a Tiger with a career high of 31 points. With this performance, DeVoe totaled 75 points throughout the tournament, making him 3rd in all-time scoring for the Tigers during an NCAA tournament appearance, and 2nd in 3-pointers made with 12 throughout his 3 games in this year's tourney. He finished his career as a Tiger with just 64 points shy of 1,000. Men's volleyball spiked their way into the week with the win of 3-0 last Tuesday against Emmanuel College, but fell short for the rest of the week with 2 losses. Make sure you check on NGU's Athletics for more sports updates for volleyball. Our Lady Crusaders are coming back after a week of rest with 2 back-to-back games today at 2 and 4 p.m. at Converse College. Then tomorrow they will host Piedmont International University on Crusader turf with a doubleheader at 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. North Greenville women's golf team scored their first tournament win in 6 seasons on Tuesday with the first place showing out of 10 teams at the Cherokee Valley Women's Invitational. Our Lady Crusaders will have some time to prepare for hopefully another first place win and will be back on the green April 14th. Softball traveled to Limestone College early in the week and had a doubleheader with 2 losses. But last Wednesday, they redeemed themselves with 2 wins against Converse College. With barely a day to breathe, our Lady Crusaders were back at home to wrap up the week with 2 blowout games against Piedmont International. Tomorrow, they will return to the Crusader Diamond to host USC Aiken at 2 p.m. They're 11 games straight undefeated and 28-5 overall. North Greenville advances to 1st in the conference. Tonight, NGU Crusaders will take on Catawba College at Fluor Field here in Greenville at 7 p.m. Both teams hosted Leesburg College last week and took both wins by the end of the night. Our Lady Crusaders stayed home over Easter weekend and faced off against Cowan University here at Pepsi Stadium. Women's last continued with another win with a score of 14-2. Men's lacrosse will take some time off before traveling to Georgia to take on Young Harris College on April 9th at 1 p.m. And tonight, our Lady Crusaders will be home at 4 p.m. If you can't wait until the fall, spring football is in full effect and they will have a scrimmage on April 6th at 6:30 p.m.